Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues here at Berlin in the Humboldt Carré and all over the world. I hope you have a good morning, a good evening, wherever you are. The internet is never sleeping. Yes, we are 2 minutes too late. I just waited 2 minutes just to show that the Germans, who normally are always in time, are also relaxed when we start 2 minutes later, because I can speak a little bit more quickly, so I will be through and we will be in time. So welcome to our symposium, One Substance, One Assessment. The next 20 years. Why the next 20 years? Because we are now adolescent, 20 years old, the BFR, and the next 20 years would be in our view, and we will think how to structure the future. It's always interesting, but when you do it with your cooperation partners, you do it with your friends, with your colleagues, with the ministries, with the politicians, and also the stakeholders. It's always challenging, and it's an occasion to improve the strategy of an institution like the BFR. Thank you very much for coming or being present. It's a great pleasure to have you all here, either personally in the room or connected online. Your attendance makes this event a truly international one, because we have participants from 23 different countries. This is a living proof of the stable and well-established network of the BSR on risk assessors and risk communicators and risk managers worldwide. I'm proud to say that over the course of my last 20 years as the president of the BFR, I have been almost in all of these 23 countries. I think in all of them, not almost, it was in all of them. And I promise to do my very best to visiting the remaining ones in the world before I retire, which are almost 100. So we will see, traveling for the next months and years. When you go into pension, you have seen the world. It's not too bad, isn't it? So the internationally aspect is one reason for delight when I take a look across the audience. The second one is the broad variety of backgrounds of the participants. I can see colleagues from academia, from industry associations, from politics, like the German parliament, from NGOs, and of course, also from other scientific institutions. When we celebrated our 15th birthday 5 years ago, we also had an international symposium then called Global Past, Present and Future Challenging in Risk Assessment Strengthening Consumer Health Protection. So you can easily see the pattern here. And you might rightly ask why the BFR is so fond of holding international symposia. There are two reasons of this. The first is that we value our international cooperation very highly. The world has changed, food safety is globalized. Internationality is a safeguard against mental inbreeding. In an area of fake news, predatory publishing, and fraud, international networks between scientists from various countries and with a plethora of personal backgrounds are the best warranty for solid and as well as reliable science. So all future tasks will be destruction of myths and to destruct also fake news. It's not in your remit now, but think about it. That will be the future. And this is what the BFR is also all about, because our soul's purpose is political counseling of the German government, including the German Länder. We can only perform in accordance with expectations if our science is trustworthy and internationally recognized. Moreover, we value our international cooperation so highly because in our safety net for times of crisis. Incidents like fipronil, for example, and dioxin illustrate the immense value of knowing the people on the other end of the telephone personally. We always have the problem that we are much better analog and not digital, because you have to smell your counterpart, you can feel them. We have a halo, so everybody of us, we are persons, and it's not the systems working together, it's always people. So this helps tremendously in collecting facts when speed is one of utmost importance. The second reason for us celebrating our anniversaries with such symposia is science. The BFR provide purely scientific advice to politicians, nothing else. So it's a single thing in Germany that you just give advice, nothing else. And as you know, nobody wants to have the second best advice. So we don't do it economically, we don't give social advice, and so on. Our customers, that is the ministries and members of the parliament, receive these other forms of advice from elsewhere. But this means that we must be really good at the science that we are doing. And the exchange of ideas and new knowledge is the foundation of science. This is the purpose of our symposium today. At the BFR, internationally exchange is not limited to isolated events like this one today. No, we live it every single day. As of 2022, experts from the BFR are members of more than 190 European panels and of up to 100 international committees, WHO, FAO, OECD, whatever, plus 320 national bodies. So it's not so much visible, but our scientists are outside. They are doing their work, helping, giving guidelines worldwide on an EU level and nationally. So that means that is a real impact triggered by the expertise of our co-workers. There's virtually no day without several of our scientists being in such meetings, giving advice and exchanges view and opinions. I know it because I'm also traveling a lot, and there's not even one day where I don't meet a BFR co-worker at the airport in Berlin. The search and tools for web conferences over the last 2 years has, of course, significantly facilitated our work. So this brings me to the main factor that determines the success of such an event, namely the active participants. Active participants are not only the speakers here in front, it is also you in the audience, and you in the audience in the internet. So I just want to point out you have the opportunity to take part in our conversation. We have a chat, so don't hesitate to bring your best ideas. Please make the most of the coming 2 days by getting as involved as possible. Please ask, please comment, and please criticize what you are going to hear. We have planned enough time for that. The technical tools are in place, and the speakers will love you for your feedback. I promise this. Speaking of the speakers, it fills me with pride that the BFR was highly successful in bringing together a huge number of impressive contributors. We will have 3 separate sessions on our current topics, and each session we will see lectures from someone on the top world experts in their respective fields. Even before having heard the talks, I would like to seize this first opportunity and express my wholehearted gratitude to all speakers of the next 2 days. Tomorrow afternoon, we shall have a small exclusive ceremony for the head of agencies and institutions, but at the BFR, science always comes first. Celebration comes much later. This also shows the duration of the 2-day scientific part on the one hand and the 2-hour official act on the other hand. With this in mind, I am now looking forward to inspiring presentations, a good day, good discussions, and I wish you many new and entertaining insights into scientific questions which we are dealing with. So before I say thank you and we start, I want to introduce you to our to the person who will head this conference. May you come here? Mrs. Czechiu, she will introduce herself and she will bring you through the day. So thank you, enjoy the day, and I hope we will have some analogs talk today. Bye-bye.